Dean Heritage, great to have you alongside me once again as the voice of rallying in Australia. Wow, we've got some talking points to get through.
Yeah, we do
It's
indeed.
been pretty wild. It's fast here.
It's quick. I mean, the last stage just in the lead up to this one, 125 Ks now, and this is the precursor to the bonus points later on this afternoon.
That's it. So this is our first run at what will be the power stage round, stage 18 to round up our event here this weekend. A couple of talking points. We've lost a couple of more competitors today, Dino. It has proven to be quite brutal so far. One of those, Stewie Reid, and our reporter Jackie Shivey caught up with co-driver Bella Hegarty.
Bella Hegarty, navigator for Stuart Reid. He's already left. He's not even around at the moment. You're not in your race suit. Can you tell us what's going on?
We just had a slight mechanical issue in the first stage today, stage 11, cutting in and out. That's basically it. So it's just not safe to drive through the rest of the stages, especially stage 12 being a long stage, 15 Ks long. So yeah, Stuart's packed his bags and gone to the airport.
That must be pretty disappointing for the both of you.
Yeah, it is, considering we had a good solid day yesterday, and Gippsland was a good round as well. Previously we haven't had good rounds, so it would have been nice to have another good one here, but that's what it is.
So some disappointment there. Stewie's already on the plane, first class, headed home.
Which
and
means,
Bella's here answering the questions.
Bella's, she doesn't know exactly what's going on. So mechanical faults are a bit disappointing. Obviously, we love having Stewie Reid in the championship. He had a few little niggling dramas with that AP4 car. A shame to see him out. So, back half of the event.
Glenn Brinkman, another one that we won't be seeing come through here at this stage behind us. We'll catch up with all of the drivers with Jackie as they cross the line. But with Glenn not being one of those, we thought we'd better get an update on why his rally is over.
Glenn Brinkman, you've given yourself an early mark, I've heard. Can you talk us through what's happened with the car?
Yeah, I spent enough money this weekend, so yeah, pulled the pin. No, I just broke a transfer, something in the transfer in the front diff, so it's an expensive car to keep running, so it's not worth to persist in three-wheel drive and end up breaking something else, so we'll save it for another day.
Did you have like an off or a moment that caused it, or it's just let go?
Yeah, no, it was driver error. I just changed gears right down where that last section went from dirt to tar, and changed gears at the wrong time and broke the shaft, so it was all my fault.
So what's your plan for the afternoon then?
Pack up early and see if we can save some more money. But no, we'll go and support Jackson. So one guy left standing, so we'll get behind him.
So great work there from Jackie at Galvanise Insurance Rally Central. Jack will be joining us in a few moments to do the post stage interviews. It's been a tough weekend for Glenn, hasn't it? If you were with us earlier, we had Toby Price standing with us and taking us through our previous live stage, because Toby had that massive crash yesterday, and now Glenn with some issues.
Well, those who don't know, that's Glenn's Evo that Toby was driving, which is why Toby's feeling really bad about it. So it's been a bit of a tough weekend, but Glenn, he's been around the sport a long time. He's a Queensland champion. He knows what this Cape is all about, and it's not his weekend, but he takes it in his stride.
Luckily, he's got a few cars to choose.
He's got
from,
a couple, but it still hurts a little bit. But no, been around long enough to know what it's all about.
Exactly right. So another one of the best who's come unstuck a little bit in these pretty treacherous roads has been Harry Bates. So yesterday we saw the incident with him, the rear end, the rear right just hitting a tree, spinning him around into another tree. So that has continued to cause problems with them today. Let's hear the latest from Harry.
So Harry, not really the morning that you're hoping for. Can you talk us through what's been happening for you out there on the stages?
We've got an issue that's a hangover from yesterday's incident, so not really sure what the issue is, but we are down on power, and it feels like the car's not making the boost it should. So it just means that everything's fine other than we're driving around with something like 20% less power than we should have or whatever, which means we're quite a way off the pace. So frustrating because we're not in the fight at all, but we're still in the hunt for some points at least, and the team have been working really hard since last night and then again at the service this morning to try and rectify this issue. If they can sort it now, then we're at least a chance of getting power stage points, but we're just going to have to wait and see.
Is your team hopeful that they'll be able to sort this out for you?
Yeah, the team are hopeful they can sort it, but the reality is we haven't exactly pinpointed the issue yet. So, bit of a weird one. All the data shows that everything's looking good other than we're down in boost, and we haven't been able to figure out why yet. So, just trying to, I guess, play the process of elimination a bit, find what the issue is, and then hopefully we can fix it. It would be nice to finish the rally sort of how we started it, with a car that's going quick and with some quick stage times, but we're not sure yet if we can do that. We'll just, we'll go out now, see if the issue can be fixed and see if we can do some good stage times.
fingers crossed your team can get to the bottom of it. Thank you.
Thanks, cheers.
So Harry will be the first competitor that we see come through, because we did the Bosch Motorsport ballot earlier in proceedings to determine our top 3 order, and Harry's underway. That's a tough one. He's hard on himself. He's a professional. He sets a high standard, doesn't he?
Well, and the thing is, now that he's limping a little bit, that becomes a frustration. However, this is the time to try and cure that, to find what the problem is, because it's very hard to replicate at speed a problem that's dropping you about half a second a K. So they'll use this almost as testing kilometres to make sure they can get on top of whatever that drama is. So when they get back to the workshop, I would imagine this will help them fact find that.
Yep. So to paint the picture a little bit, 5 stages so far today. Hayden Paddon has won all of them. Clayton Hoy, we'll talk about him a little bit.
That's the last one, mate. Wow. Clayton involved in that. We will speak about that.
It was incredible. But overall, where were we sitting there?
Yeah, so Hayden Paddon, 30-second lead over Lewis Bates, and the battle is on for that second position, with Alex Rullo only being 2.7 seconds behind coming into here as we're watching Harry. Remember, this is the first pass. What will be the power stage, the bonus points on this one? So we know this is almost a fast short stage. The preceding stage, massively fast, we got told, averaging 125k an hour for the rally winner. See, as Harry comes in a shot over this roller coaster we keep talking about here in Adelaide, and that's exactly what he's dealing with. So that was our top 3. Harry's in 4th in a bit of no man's land, but we know his problems, and rounding out the 5 is Clayton Hoy, who's on a push in these afternoon stages,
absolutely,
that is for sure.
Flying, Clayton, what an outstanding job. So Jackie will jump in here and we'll get an update on just how this car is progressing and the gremlins that they may be battling with.
Harry, how's the car holding up? Is it a little bit better, the Savo?
Yeah, a bit better. Nice having full power, but those 2 stages, I've got to say, slipperiest stages I've ever done in my career. So not so easy, and we're on used tyres trying to save some for the power stage. So hopefully next time we come through here, it'll all feel a little bit better. But yeah, it's not been the perfect weekend, but we're still hoping to go out with a few points on the power stage.
Yeah, the finish just there looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, the finish of the stage is cool. So yeah, look, the whole rally's been really, really cool roads, actually, to be honest. That's been a highlight.
Well, it's good to see you smiling. Good luck for the rest of it.
Okay, interesting stuff there. The slipperiest stages that he's done perhaps in his career. That's a statement.
Well, it's a gravel rally tyre on a hard-packed dry road. And obviously he's saying, I'm skating. He is leading the way. You know, there's a little bit of sweeping. They didn't expect when we did the Bosch Motorsport Ballot to make that big a difference, but with a reaction like that, absolutely on the cards. Let's see. You know, we don't know whether he's cured his dramas. The preceding stage probably showed that we didn't. Hayden coming into view, driving fairly straight because he said he was tyre wear. So he said it is what it is. I have to drive accordingly, and sort of matched up to what we watched on that last live stage where Toby and I viewed it and thought, gee, it was a bit squarer and straighter than we thought. And that's the way Hayden's sort of style is, as he uses a bit of the road. It's obviously right into right, so he's far left to make almost a racing line version through here in the Adelaide Hills. You actually see in the background, they were very close to the motorway, actually, so you can pull over and have a bit of a spectate potentially. But interview now, and we'll hopefully get a time as he's crossed to see what the benchmark is for this stage. It's not the points, though. This is the preceding sort of stage towards the power stage where the points will be on the line. He's 1.2 up on Harry. That's the best Harry's been. So have they saw the problem? We don't know till service. But good run for Hayden. I tell you, he's conservative. He will fight for those extra points.
Hayden, can you do brief? How was that stage and how are your tyres going?
Oh, we're on pretty average tyres at the moment. So it's a bit like driving on ice, to be fair. So it'll be better the second time through when it's a bit swept. So even though we don't have the tyres this afternoon, we're just making sure we do nothing stupid.
Well, we're hoping for that too. Good luck.
So there you go, Dino. The exact same reaction like driving on ice. So I think we're going to hear that a bit over the next 20 minutes or so, aren't we?
Yeah, and when you've got the rally to lose, the championship on the line, the people will be nervous at the moment is Lewis. You know, I feel like a confident style driver. He won't love the fact that these comments, when we see him, when he's going, I want to stay in the fight, I don't want to make a mistake. Hayden wants to conserve the lead, but Lewis wants to stay in title contention, take it all the way to Tassie. So there'll be a few nervous drivers on these final couple of stages here in Adelaide.
So that's it. The title fight is well and truly on. 81 points is the lead for Hayden Paddon coming into today. Of course, 50 points for a rally win for the heat, 10 points the maximum from the power stage when they return to this very stage.
And a 10-point gap between first and second, and that's why he got the extra 10 yesterday. So that's why Lewis is fighting through here. He has to, realistically, if he's going to help his title chance, he has to beat Alex, so he has to keep an eye on that. He's got a little lead here, so he can't let up and just conserve for points. He has to battle on here a little bit. Intersection here, a little bit more circumspect, just from looking at the drone shot there of Lewis as he comes through, powering through. But you see what we mean by this great roller coaster style stage, unbelievable. Which for a lot of the crews are going, it's unbelievable to drive. Maybe a little better with a few beers at the end of the day than at the actual moment sometimes if you're not fully confident with your car. I'm going to be fascinated to see what Lewis says, since he's sort of got a little bit more to ride on his day than someone like Harry. He's 3 points. Lewis fastest on there by 2. That's a great run. Tidy. Very good run.
Well done, Lewis Bates.
Lewis, congratulations. You seem to have found something. You've just gone fastest so far on that stage just then. Talk us through it. How was it?
Yeah, we had a good stage. Pushed pretty hard just to try and bit of a dress rehearsal for the power stage later, but we had a good feeling, so yeah, we'll push on this afternoon.
And how fun are those stages?
The one before this was probably one of the fastest stages we've done. We're sitting on the limiter for a long time, so yeah, it's interesting for sure, but they're good fun.
Well, good luck this afternoon.
Thanks.
Well, there's been some frustrations, it's fair to say, for Toyota Gazoo Racing across the weekend. That's as happy as we've seen from the camp.
I find it fascinating that the guy who was struggling this morning and really not finding his feet goes to the stage where Hayden and his brother go, slippers have ever done in my life. He's like, oh, I'm happy with that. I don't know whether that's style.
Different stages, different styles.
Yeah, the style, the car set up. But for him to go through there and go, oh, I knew it was good, is amazing. It just shows how, just down the road, 30-odd Ks, slightly different road surface, a bit swept, and he was struggling, and now all of a sudden he's found his feet. The guy now we want to see is Alex Rullo.
Yeah, it's been a real battle for second and third between.
Yeah, he's been very good. He's generally fairly flamboyant, and what we saw from Lewis, he was really straight. See a little bit of regression there, out of the turn on the right-hander there for Alex as he now plucks the gears, heading up further towards these roller coaster roads. We go to that drone shot. Let's have a look at this right into right. You saw Hayden starting wide, turn it into the left, and that's a little more sideways, still fine, but are we burning time by just being that little bit too sideways in this early part of the power? We'll be the power stays this afternoon.
And don't forget, you can follow along at home with us. Subaru Results Hub at rally.com.au. Dino is looking on and waiting to get the time for Alex.
That's where I'm getting my times from, mate, from the Subaru Results Hub.
Because they have been swapping all day. One stage, Alex is quicker. The next one, Lewis is quicker. So it will be fascinating.
This will be telling. I hope it comes up before we get to speak to him, so Jackie gets an idea of what the gauge, the reaction from as they roll to the line. So Alex Rullo, 3 seconds behind Lewis through there. That's still a pretty good run, but it's a second a K on this stage. He'll go into the service about 7 down.
Alex, was that a tidy stage for you? You just popped up as third for that one. How was it?
Yeah, it was a lot more grip than the stage before, so our car's probably suited to the looser stages, so yeah, not the best through there, but hey, we got through, and yeah, 2 more to go.
You said loose stage. How loose is it?
The one before is really loose. Like from the start to the finish line. And it's super fast as well. It makes it super tricky. But yeah, like I felt like there was a tyre problem or something. Like the stage was that slippery. So it's quite a tricky one, the one before, but a lot of fun as well.
So even though you're fourth down the order, that didn't really help too much?
Yeah, we could have had a better run through there if we tidied up the start of the stage. We were quite quick at the end, which is it's good because there's a lot more time on the table there. But it was a tricky stage for everyone. So yeah, this one, the car wasn't as suited to the group we got here, so yeah, maybe we need to make some tweaks in between the stages next time.
Well, good luck with those tweaks. Thank you.
So from skating on ice to plenty of grip.
We don't know. Maybe there's a bit of road sweeping, who knows? But here's the man at the moment. The preceding stage, which was over 10 kilometres, he went fastest by 5 seconds, beating our rally leader at the moment, Hayden Paddon. I know Clayton, if he thinks the stage will suit, he will push. He does not mind upsetting the apple cart with an outright run. Look, tight line there, manoeuvring that production car through. You can go close to these outright cars when it's smooth and fast, like if you have the commitment and the skill, and he's got exactly that. Could he make a push for power stage points? Is the stage similar enough, and is he willing to put it on the line?
Well, without doubt, Clayton Hoy, one of the performances of the year so far to win that preceding stage. So looking forward to seeing what time he's been able to register on this stage and how it sets up for the rest of his afternoon. Fantastic stuff.
Put it into context, only 5 stage winners all year. He makes it 6. That's how tight it is. As he's gone through there, 8.3 off. Not quite able to match it up on this stage.
Clayton, we'll get to the previous stage, but how was this stage just now?
We just took a steady through here, yeah. Just keep an eye on Bodie behind us. So, just took a steady here.
Okay, now can you please explain the stage before your win and just how fast you were going?
Yeah. Well, the stage is quite suited to this car, and I just decided to have a go. Generally, I'm pretty reserved with me driving, but no, we didn't go all out. Like, we had a good run, and surprised that we actually got the win. So, probably won't see that for a long time. An old Evo 6 taking out Hayden Paddon.
Well, hopefully, you take that confidence with you into the afternoon.
What was that? Sorry.
Hopefully, you take that confidence with you into the afternoon.
We'll just see the afternoon out. Yep.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
I think a fair point. I don't think we're going to see an Evo like this beat Hayden Paddon too many times, but he thought, I just felt like giving it a crack.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised.
So good.
What do you say? Not pushing too hard. Cracking most of it. I hate to see when he has the actual proper crack then. Jeepers. That's turn up for the books. But no, fabulous run. But as he said, he picked the stage. This one didn't suit. He managed to do a good job. He wants to consolidate and have a good round as well. So Peter Rullo on our screens now in the Skoda, building confidence. Getting up to speed. We keep talking about it the whole weekend about just gaining confidence after his crash in Queensland. He'll be doing rounds of the West Australian Championship in this car. So he's well acquainted. Very good co-driver on board in Ben Searcy, who's not only a great co-driver, very competent driver himself, a former state champion in WA as a driver, so not a bad combo, a good guy to have alongside you as he's about to trail through and do this one. He sneakily got some points in a couple of the power stages too this year, so he likes to be a little bit of an outsider and snare a couple of points in there. This little recce run through, let's see how he goes in an outright top 5. We score points all the way through to 5 in the bonus run later on this afternoon.
All right, as we await to hear from Pete, what about the shots too? That drone shot with
it's
the
fabulous.
Rolling hills that have got a bit of yellow in them at the moment too.
2 seconds behind
place.
Clayton Hoy to be 6 so far.
Peter, were they a couple of fun stages for you?
Yeah, no, they were great stages, but the old reliable girl's having a couple of little issues these days.
And what are those issues?
Something wrong with the throttle, it's getting sticky, so and then we've got like an intermittent miss, but it's not too bad. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse, we'll be able to finish.
Does that just make it more fun then?
No, just maybe frustrating.
Okay, well hopefully you have a less frustrating afternoon.
Thank you.
There you go, so some gremlins for Peter, that's a shame.
Yeah, it's not ideal. It really zaps your confidence when we keep talking about how much commitment's required and how quick these roads are. To have that in the back of your mind, not knowing that you're going to have the throttle when you want it and the car, you're sort of always second-guessing the car a little bit. That does sap a bit of extra, confidence out of the car, and that's telling in some of the times. But 2 stages from home, he'll get into service, see what they can download some data, see what they can find on the car.
So now looking at Troy Dowel, of course, this is the former championship winning car from Toyota Gazoo Racing. So a car with great pedigree. And look at these dark clouds, the black clouds hovering overhead at the moment. So hopefully the rain can stay away. Otherwise, things could get a little bit wild when we return here later for that power stage. Beautiful shots.
Yeah, lovely shots. Probably okay and dry enough that it'll cope with the rain, as we see that great going. A little bit circumspect on the way in, but that's okay. Good line through there. You don't realise how loose it is. It looks like it's slow from the drone, but it's quick and you're sort of hustling with the grip that's underneath you. He's currently 8th outright. He's actually got a little bit of pressure from Jackson Long behind. He's sort of split the gap on that faster stage in Prior. So 8th outright. There's a little bit of a gap to Bodie Reading in front, so he's probably got no real reason to push too much on this one. I'm sure he's keen for some power stage points this afternoon, so a good little run through there will set him up nicely for this afternoon. And we expect this road will sweep a little bit as well, and everyone will be a little quicker. And do not discount Hayden Paddon, by the way. He might not be the quickest so far, but he will push in a power stage.
Troy, how are those stages for you? Slippery or all right?
Yeah, they were pretty slippery. The first one was super fast, crazy fast. We got through it cleanly, so yeah, happy days.
Are you running your own race? Are you feeling a little bit of pressure from Jackson Long?
Yeah, yeah, we've just been playing with the car all weekend, just sort of exploring different stuff. So, yeah, just in our own little field, pretty much, yep.
Well, good luck for this afternoon. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, it really is a learning weekend for Choiselet in this car.
Exactly what I would want to hear from him on that. I'm in a bit of no man's land. I'm learning the car. Want to bring it home straight. No need to do anything silly. So that's absolutely, exactly what you'd be wanting to hear from a driver who's in that position at the moment in that car.
Bodie Reading now on screen. Bodie, of course, the Tasmanian, they're busy preparing for a home round next up. There'll be heaps of supporters there once again in Burnie. Looking forward to that.
Probably at the ceremonial start, the big rally show. It'll be Beanie Central out there with all the locals giving support, which is fantastic. We see some of the local South Australia. We spoke of Molly Spalding before. Great that the locals get behind him. That sort of excitement around it as he comes through that same right-hander now. Oh, he actually looked from the drone. They just clipped the inside. No drama. I think it's just sort of a bank there, but he didn't quite get that line right. Just clipped up on the right-hand side as he's now plucking through the gears. And just at the top of the crest, above the MRF sign there, that's sort of our flying finish as they come into view. Slow down, you'll see the marker boards, so they're nice and safe as they roll through to the control table here to end the stage.
So how's Bodie been going so far today, and in terms of where he's matched up against his opposition, of course, in his classification?
Absolutely. So he's sitting in 6th outright, I think. I'll just go back to 15, have a quick look. He's been 7th outright in the event so far.
Bodie, how was that stage? Was that a little moment we saw just before?
Probably. I'm not 100% sure. It's, these last two stages, unfortunately, don't really suit this car, so we're getting hosed on them. So we're just going to have to try and battle through this afternoon.
What are you going to do this afternoon then? What can you focus on?
I guess just looking to get to the end. I guess we can't really do much from where we are, so we'll just look to get some good points and try and drag the Production Cup Championship to Tassie.
We'll hopefully get the points and have a fun afternoon.
Cheers, thanks, Jake.
It's a great sounding beast. We had that conversation with Toby Price earlier today. Goosebumps stuff. He loves the sound of the older spec Subi. It just brings back those memories of the glory days.
It sure does. And I talked about him being 7th outright on the way, and what I didn't tell you was that he was 0.1 of a second behind Peter Rullo. So guess what they've done through this stage? They've gone through SS16 as they go through the results. He beat Peter Rullo by 0.2. He's now 0.1 in front, so he's battling Peter Rullo in the Skoda. So he is in a bit of a battle and having a great time out there doing it.
When he talked about this stage not suiting his car, and obviously earlier we heard that it's a real Evo type of stage, can you explain to those at home that might not be familiar with the technical differences of those cars, what they're meaning by that?
For many, many years, even when we went Group N or production-based rallying here in our outright terms, it was Mitsubishi versus Subaru. The homologation of those cars was so similar. We had such titanic battles for decades, basically, and we always felt like maybe the Mitsubishi had a little bit more in a straight line, but it couldn't handle so well. So with the configuration, etc. So there was always a feeling that if it was tight and technical, maybe the Subaru had an upper hand. If it was a little bit quicker, maybe the Mitsubishi. But they're so evenly matched. That's why we had just decades of great competition and still seeing it today. But this weekend, he's saying maybe Clayton's got it on me, but I'm still having a great time. And well, if you're battling an R5 you're still doing pretty good, aren't you?
Tony Sullins always has a great time.
And I feel like he's having a few issues. This car stalled on the way to the line. I think they've been having some overheating issues. Really want to hear what he's got to say to Jackie through here, because he is fighting to get to the finish.
Well, Tony, the car's holding up, isn't it?
It's getting better. Yeah, we've fixed the leak completely, and it's dusty, but we're good.
And the heating issues in the engine that you were having earlier, has that sorted out as well?
Yes, yeah, we fixed it up, and your car's mint now, so it's just a matter of getting to the finish.
Okay, well, let's talk about those last two stages. How were they for you?
A bit sketchy. I was braking a bit too scared and a bit too early, but again, it's more about getting to the finish than trying to beat somebody, so be good.
All right. After that, though, are you a bit more confident for the finishing stages?
Oh, the next two times through, yeah, I've got better braking markers. I'll go a bit deeper. It'll be good.
Okay, well, good luck. We're looking forward to seeing it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, it's going good. That's the good news.
Yeah, that's great.
It has
they fixed it up.
A little better, I think.
It's got a bit of patchwork on the front bumper, which is fine. Guys in the service have done a great job. I want to have a quick look at the screens. We see Jackson Long come ahead. Have a bit of a look. I think there's a shot that we'll have coming up in a second from lower down where we'll start to see when we talk about road speed. Have a look at that. Look at the line. It's almost like a dry line in racing. So what you want to do for someone like Jackson where he's running, you want to be on that line. If you're out, it'll get a little untidy. And when we talk about road sweeping, that's what we're talking about. Harry and Hayden did not have that. They were sweeping the road, and why they said it's like on ice. No one else has really commented, and that's one of the reasons why.
Good pickup, insightful stuff, and Jackson's weekend so far has been pretty impressive in this step up into the WRX.
Oh, very much so. And through some of those stages this morning, he was within a second a kilometre on Hoy, on Reading, in those more outright production cars. That's a great run in a challenge car. I feel like he's gaining some confidence. He's not afraid to play with the setup a little bit on this car, which you can do. Even though it's got control in every other aspect, you still got the ability to change some ride heights, change some settings on it. And he's not shy to do that, and he feels like he's improving it, particularly as some of the rounds that these cars have done are very different. This is high speed and smooth, so he's stiffened it up a little bit, and he's found the car to respond to be a little sharper. So great job.
Third generation and a real student of the sport.
Jackson, you're looking really calm right now. How are those last two stages?
Yeah, the last two stages have been great. That previous one was pretty fast. This one was good as well, a bit tight and big scary drops on the outside. We just kept it nice and neat. We're just bringing it home this afternoon. We've had a really good event and we want to bring one of the kick-ass cars home. We're just trying to finish it off.
Has it built your confidence this weekend, stepping up into this car, into this category?
Yeah, definitely. This car's been just super capable and really easy to approach. And, we've been really comfortable sort of from halfway through yesterday, just trying to improve today and, bring it home.
So are you focusing just on finishing, or will you try and push it just a little bit?
Oh, yeah, we'll go out and have some fun.
All right, we'll have fun. Thanks for that.
Yeah, of course, the kick-ass cars of Price and Brinkman both out of the event, so that's the remaining entry, and he's flying the flag well for that team.
Sure, he's an inside the top 10, running 9th outright, just in behind Troy Dow's a massive effort, just in front of Tony Sullins, and then you've got Molly Spalding just outside the 10 at the moment. We'll see her coming out soon. At the moment, though, it's Nathan Stokes and Ian Wheeler aboard the Subaru as they get their line. He doesn't mind getting a little tail happy from what we've seen on some stuff, so he doesn't mind drifting outside that line, getting the car to move around on him as he comes through there. Or we can affectionately call internally a GVB, some of the hatches are GRB, but it's the exact same specification you expect from like a 2010, 11 hatch. They're identical apart from this being a sedan. No difference in weight, just a bit more of a back bumper and a wing on the back.
Look at those clouds hovering in the dust.
You think it's going to rain, don't
I'm a little bit worried. We've got a lot of technical your hair doesn't want to get wet.
It's only because you shaved yours off not long ago. That's another story, though, as he comes across the line. Let's see how he's going. Doing a good job this weekend, and we kept talking about their battles. The teams that work, their team, the Les Walkton rallying team back in Tasmania, have done a lot of work between rounds, a lot of fixing and sort of chassis damage to this car, and it's been super reliable, so well done to them for that. As they come through, I just want to see what stage time they're doing through here on what we call SS16. As they come to the line, their overall time is a 2:27.8.
Nathan Stokes, can you debrief those last two stages for us? Were they fun? A little bit scary? How were they for you?
Both fantastic. The first stage was really fast. Everything come together well. That stage there, the first half was a little bit tricky, but the back half was on. It was really good. We had grip. It was great.
You had grip because you had people earlier saying that stage 15 was pretty slippery.
Sorry, I missed that one.
Stage 15, some people have said it's quite slippery out there, but you're saying you had grip.
Yeah, we were fine through there. Maybe we weren't going fast enough.
Are you going to go faster this afternoon then?
We'll wait and see what we can do.
Okay, well, we'll wait and see. Good luck.
Thank you.
Great competitors, and perhaps now putting the foot down even a little bit more for the rest of the day. Plenty of grip underneath the Subaru, which is great stuff. Molly Spalding, the local, they're out in force supporting this entry.
Well, they are, and guess what? Now with Brinkman going out, Brinkman in that classic Ford that he has, they're called classic four-wheel drive. They're now in a good battle here with the Garners. So there's a little bit of on the line here for a podium. For a podium for these guys. Like I said, Brinkman's now out of the running, so a little bit of a two-horse race for these older spec machines that they classify for. And Molly, quite an aggressive driver. Like from the times we've seen her come through, not afraid to come in quite late under brakes. We'd sort of see what she's like through here. Nice turning, but you can see doesn't look any different to a lot of the faster, probably outright cars that she's competing against. So a really committed driver and a good combo in the car.
It's a nice little rolling section, isn't it?
Oh, beautiful, yeah. And it's a bit like when we talk about Bathurst. It doesn't do it justice from the sky. Yeah. It sort of looks like they're rolling in, but if you're down there, it is like a roller coaster on the run through. You're down on the brakes, the car dips through. If you do step offline, you're in a bit of trouble. So it looks like this massive wide road that you can just flick through, but down on the ground, they're actually taking it as fast as they possibly can.
Flying with those green and gold colours that we've seen plenty of, especially at the MSS Safety Rally Show on Friday evening.
Hi. Oh, gosh, you're laughing, you're smiling. Was that a good stage or two for you?
That was a really, really fun stage. Brilliant notes, and we had a blast.
Because this is your backyard. Obviously, you love racing out there here. Have you got some friends and family watching you as well?
Absolutely. We've got them dotted all around the hills. We keep seeing big waves as we're driving around.
Does that help you as you're going along?
Sometimes, as long as it's not too distracting.
Fantastic. And what are you hoping for this afternoon then?
We're hoping to bring home the four-wheel drive Classic Cup. For this event, to then be going head-to-head in the last round for the full season cup.
Well, we wish you best of luck with that.
Thank you so much.
And it would be a popular result if she would be able to get that Classic Cup victory overall.
And coming through at the moment. Got a minute, so it's hers to sort of lose. However, the Garner's not giving up. They just got in front of her in the stage battle on the last stage by 2.4. Like I said, there's a minute gap. Let's have a look at the tussle on this one. Let's have a look at the time and how they compare on this one, because none of them might have a bit of a lead, but it's, they stage wins, a little bit of niggling between stages. They're getting up, they're getting in your head a little bit, but great camaraderie between all these teams, and regardless of the result, we've had a fantastic time. So good to have a little sort of rally battle, which I love about the sport, is the fact that it doesn't matter where you are in the field, you can be amongst a battle of your own. Hayden, Lewis, go for a gold up the front there. We've got our own battle on.
And the way that these two are combined, Shane and Sylvie, it's pretty cool, isn't it? The way they get themselves around the country, and they love every minute of it, and we love having them.
We absolutely do. I don't think there's too many couples can do that. Not sure if my wife and I would survive in the intense environment of a rally car to go and view the country around the place. But
those who play together stay together.
And they do a fantastic job at that. So interested to see how their time actually goes against Molly through here. We'll have to have a look at that once we've spoken to them.
Shane Garner, you're smiling. You're in the green machine through these green rolling hills. How fun have those last two stages been?
Oh, wow. They are amazing. I don't think I've had so much fun in a rally car before. This is great. So much grip. So much more grip than I expect.
Is this easily your favourite round then?
Oh, I don't know about that. I think it pretty much is. It pretty much is. Even though we're not leading, it's so much fun.
And what are you hoping for this afternoon then?
Better times. That's all I care about, is just improving on what we did last time.
Are there some obvious places where you can improve?
Yeah, especially through here. There's a lot more grip than I expected, so I think we can push a little bit harder through there.
We look forward to seeing that. Good luck.
Thank you.
Awesome stuff, Shane. They're saying the most fun that he's had in a rally car ever,
fantastic.
Potentially. What is it about these couple of stages that everyone is just smiling about?
Well, I think one of the things about these unique roads is that they're not super hard on the car. Like some other rounds, it can be really challenging, which is great when you can get on top of it, but it's hard on the car. And particularly as a privateer, you're like, man, I want to battle as hard as I can, but I'm compromised a bit. Don't have a huge budget. I don't have to keep throwing parts of this car, etc. So look at this stuff. You're rolling through almost the rallying version of the tarmac, but on dirt. So I think from that point of view, when you see the Garners, when you see Andy Van Canwy, speak to him, he's loving the fact that he can drive aggressively, probably the most aggressive and committed they've driven for a long time. And it's about the car being able to put up with it because it's such a cool road. I mean, like I said, it's a roller coaster run as they go through. So just to recap on there, the Garners did beat Molly through there by 3 seconds. She's got a big lead, so don't do anything crazy, but another stage win in their little inter battle.
And in terms of Andy and the WRX Challenge and his times and how that is progressing for him across the weekend?
He's achieving, he said, I've got 2 things I want to do this weekend. I want to finish and I want to have a lot of fun. And I think so far, so good, but that fun factor needs to do 2 more stages after this, and we'll get his reaction as he comes through. But, great character. Glad that he's come across from Perth to be involved, and I'm pleased that he's having such a great time, because I said that he would enjoy these roads, and so far it's proven to be the case, which is fantastic.
Andy Van Can, we want to know, how are those 2 stages? Were they fun?
They're all been fun, and those 2 have been just as much fun as all the others. Yeah, it's just been joy. This event has been absolute joy. This car is sensational. I love it. Yeah, I just wish there was a 3rd day.
We wish there was a 3rd day too. Now, this is your first time doing the Adelaide Hills Rally. It's a little bit different to what you're used to back in WA. Have you been able to adapt to that this weekend?
No. It is not a little bit different. It's hugely different. WA is ball bearing gravel, and there's no grip at all ever, and so you're constantly sideways, whereas in this event I'm just learning to try go deeper in, more braking, more grip, way higher corner speeds. I reckon I'm going to get the hang of it by about halfway through the last stage.
Well, what are you going to change for this afternoon then?
Just be a little bit braver, brake later, go deeper into the corners, turn later into the corners, and just rely on the fact that there's so much grip. It's mind-boggling. Yeah, I hope I'm brave enough to do it. It's going to be the plan anyway.
We hope you're brave enough to. Best of luck, and again, have fun.
As always, we've already won the Fun Trophy, so whatever else we win after this is great, but the Fun Trophy is definitely ours, in the bag.
Good luck for this Savo.
Thank you.
So there you go. The first prize has been handed out to himself, the Fun Trophy. The Fun Trophy for Andy Van Can.
We don't mind the Fun Trophy. That's the one you want to win at the end of the day.
It's exactly it. Great fun, and we've loved having him part of it, saying that halfway through the last stage, he might have worked out what he's doing here on the South Australian.
Means you've got to come back, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Talk us through, as a recap, he was the last of our ARC runners going through. So how do we position that
after
stage?
16 stages so far, 2 to come, of course, including this will become the power stage where the bonus points on the line. Hayden Paddon, a commanding 28.9 second lead from Lewis Bates. Rullo is 5.7 behind Lewis. Harry in fourth, still fighting his gremlins, but holding a reasonable gap on Clayton Hoy. The fight's for 6, actually, 0.1 of a second, so not even a second between Bodie Reading and Peter Rullo. Troy Dowel in 8th. Jackson Long, Tony Sullins rounding out the 10.
There you go, and for more details, Subaru Results
Exactly.
Hub at rally.com.au. Now, we'll be back at the conclusion of that power stage, so after the cars have returned to Galvanise Insurance Rally Central, we'll catch up with them there. That'll be around 5:10 Australian Eastern Daylight Time. So we hope you're all adjusting to the daylight or lack thereof. Dino, we look forward to seeing you.
Thank you, mate. It's been awesome.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and keep across all the latest, of course, on the EROAD Australian Rally Championship social pages. We'll see you a little bit later on at the conclusion of the day.